7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
You are now listening to the hottest hour, Lunch Talk on WCCR 590 AM City College Radio, with new hip-hop, R&B, reggae, indie and old school.
And we are live, we are here, and it's the hottest hour, Lunch Talk, with your girl, Cher Ferguson. Happy Tuesday, everyone here at City College. I know the semester is getting longer and longer, guys, but listen, we are almost done. So keep pulling through, and the semester will go as quick as you guys know it. So I'm so excited to be here today. It's Tuesday, and it's 1 p.m., and I'm so ready for the hottest hour today. Today, I will be talking about a lot of dope topics, so stay tuned for the topic of today. Also, I will have a special guest coming in. He is straight from Harlem. He's a musical artist, and he will be here today. So make sure you guys tune into that. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the music, and let's start the hottest hour off right. Here is Tupac Changes. Guys, stay tuned. This is the hottest hour. Hey, 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 hey.
Come on.
And we are back. We are here. And it's the hottest hour, Lunch Talks, with your girl, Cher Ferguson. And I'm happy to be here on this Tuesday. And a thank you to everyone that's tuning in on my Facebook Live and Instagram Live, and here at City College tuning in. On the note for today, the topic of today is managing multiple hats in your career. So is that a disadvantage or an advantage? I know many people have an opinion on wearing multiple hats. So today I'm going to talk about all of everything about disadvantages, advantages, and I'm going to leave you guys with a little tips on wearing multiple hats. So the topic is going to get juicy. If you guys want to tune in and call in and give me your opinion on today's topic, feel free to call in now. The number here is 212-650-8171. And you guys can feel free to call in, or you guys can answer on my Facebook Live or Instagram Live if you're tuning in. So let's start this off right. So wearing multiple hats. I know I love to wear multiple hats. It's an advantage for me as a mom. I go to school. I do mom, activities. I have a job. I do my side radio job. So I wear multiple hats all the time. These different resources to gain these experiences so you can utilize your interpersonal skills when you are wearing these multiple hats in your job. So I would agree that wearing multiple hats is an advantage. I know many people would agree with me, and I feel that way across the board. So some of the other things that I wanted to talk about today on wearing multiple hats are the disadvantages on wearing multiple hats and sometimes getting overwhelmed. So many people feel when you wear multiple hats, you can become stressed. You can sometimes feel burnt out, and maybe you may not even get to complete your overall task because you're just overwhelmed with everything you have to do with. So those are some of the disadvantages with wearing multiple hats. So you can have some advantages and disadvantages on both sides of the spectrum. So on my Facebook Live today, I created a poll. So everyone that's tuning in, please feel free to answer to the poll. Wearing multiple hats, managing your multiple hats. Do you agree or do you disagree? So I want to hear from you guys. Feel free to call in or feel free to write on my Instagram or Facebook Live. Do you agree or do you disagree? I told you guys from the very beginning, I agree with wearing multiple hats. I feel like it's an advantage for future success. But then again, guys, you just never know. So that's just my take on that. So I did a couple of research, on this topic because, I love to give you guys a little research. So I found out from the Student Affairs, collective.com that ultimately most students, they want to have professional jobs in the future. So they they actually do, multiple roles so that they can gain the responsibility of being this ultimate go-getter when they get to their job experience. So when you're on a job, for example, and you're working, everybody has a job and you're working hard and you feel like you need to pick up someone else's slack. That's considered wearing kind of like multiple hats, and sometimes it can be a great balance for what you want to do at your job. So for example, if you see someone needs help, you can actually help them with that, and it could become a multiple hat situation, and then eventually gain your experience in your career and build yourself up. So I feel like wearing multiple hats in any, aspect is a good thing. But like I said from the beginning, I want to hear from you guys. Do you guys think it's an advantage or disadvantage? Because overall, it's your life. So the way you balance things, it's all up to you. So overall, today, like I told you guys in the beginning, the topic of today was wearing multiple hats. And the reason why I chose this topic was because the guest that will be coming here today, later on in the show, he actually wears multiple hats. He is a director, actor, and an artist. So guys, I need you guys to tune in for this Von Dollars interview because you guys just don't want to miss everything that we're going to talk about. He's going to come in, he's going to probably answer on, how he feels about wearing multiple hats because he does so much for his career. Multiple hats come into play all the time. So I definitely want to hear from him, his aspect, and so forth, so on and so forth. So with that being said, we're going to take a quick break. And when I come back, I'm going to give you multiple tips on how to manage wearing your multiple hats in your career. So you guys definitely want to stay tuned for that. Well, guys, this is the hottest hour lunch talk. Stay tuned. I'll be back with more. And we are live. We are here, and it's the hottest hour lunch talk with your girl, Cher Ferguson. Thank you guys so much for tuning in right now. I really appreciate it. We are live here at City College, and it is Tuesday. So before we took a break, today's topic of today is wearing multiple hats in your career. Do you think it's an advantage or a disadvantage? So for my Instagram live and my Facebook live, you guys can answer in now. Enter into the pool. Do you guys think wearing multiple hats is an advantage or disadvantage? And in the beginning of the show, I did say that I thought it was more of an advantage because I feel like gaining the experience with wearing multiple hats is one experience that you should never turn down. So today for our tips on managing your hats, I just wanted to leave you guys with a few tips before we get into our interview with Von Dollars because he is in the building, guys. Yes, Von Dollars is here, and we're going to talk to him later on wearing his multiple hats in his career and how it's worked for him or how it hasn't worked for him. But I would like to leave you guys with a few tips on managing your hats so you can be successful in the future. Tip 1, discuss your vision. So my opinion on discussing your vision, with managing your multiple hats, talk to your supervisor or your leadership team on a vision of your roles. So everyone's main purpose in a job or in your career is managing your goals to be set at the end of the year. Everyone should have goals across the board. Goals are life, guys. I'm telling you, if you write down your goals, a year from now, you will be grateful. And remember that Cher told you this, guys, because goals are life. So discussing your vision and where you actually want, your goals to go will be a great tip for managing multiple hats. Tip 2, create a strategy plan. So with your leadership team and your members, you should definitely create a strategy plan on how you want to be presented in your office or your career, and how you want to be presented and how you want to focus on the ending goal and the strategy and how these things could be accomplished. I recommend that you create your own personal strategy and plan in order to reflect on whether you should or shouldn't wear multiple hats in your career. So if I'm doing a radio show and I know that taking on more would be a disadvantage to me wearing a multiple hat, I wouldn't do it. But if it's an advantage, I would definitely want to consider wearing multiple hats. Hands down. My third tip for you guys on managing your multiple hats is organize your week. Everyone can get busy all the time. We can become overwhelmed, stressed, and sometimes we can just lose it. But if you organize your week, plan out your week, even sometimes plan out your day, it can be more effective and more successful when you're managing your multiple hats in your career. And my last and final tip for you guys, rely on your team. Ask yourself, who is your team? How can you guys collaborate better to manage your hats? And honestly, work together on more effective strategies on the end result, because everyone wants a great end result when you're in a career and you're working with people. It's nothing like being a team player. You can become a successful team player, you can manage your multiple hats, and you can gain your great career that you want, guys. So I just wanted to leave you guys with a few tips, just because I know how hard it is to manage multiple hats, and I know sometimes we can become overwhelmed on wearing multiple hats that we sometimes say, forget it, I don't want to do it no more, I'm giving up. But no, we can't give up. We just use these tips and manage our multiple hats in a successful, positive way. So thank you guys so much for, listening in on that topic. And definitely, I see a lot of people tuned in right now. They're giving me their opinion. A lot of people are saying that they agree with wearing multiple hats. They feel like, the advantage is definitely gaining more responsibility. That's definitely great. I agree with that. Someone else said wearing multiple hats can help you gain some more skills. So I definitely agree with that. So I see now that my pool is looking like a vantage. So if you guys still want to answer in on the topic of today, you guys can feel free to call in, or you can write disagree, or you can write as an advantage or disadvantage on my Instagram or Facebook Live. On another note, we are going to take a quick break. Stay tuned, everybody. This is the hottest hour lunch talk with your girl, Cher Ferguson, on City College Radio. You don't want to miss the next half an hour of the show, so stay tuned. Woo!
Run that back, turbo. You can
You are now listening to the hottest hour lunch talk on WCCR 590 AM City College Radio, with new hip hop, R&B, reggae, indie, and old school.
And we are back live here at WCCR 590 AM Radio for the hottest hour lunch talk.
Whoa. What else though, you heard?
Whoa,
Your man, Von Dotta, BONDOTTA.
Oh, Dotta. Oh, sorry, guys, but Von Dotta.
Cool.
Okay, sorry, guys, but we are here and we are live. So, hey, we are here and we are live at the hottest hour. So I just want to jump straight into the interview with you. I'm so excited you're here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So I just wanted to let everybody know. So let's start the interview right. Who is Von Dotta and where you from?
For me, Von Dotta is the guy you see in front of you right now. It's just like this artist I grew into and became, feel me, through time and a lot of trials and tribulations. I just started to like feel like I wanted to express a lot, and I didn't have a way to do it as a regular person. So I felt like I had to create this extra character right here to just deliver this speech to the world to get my point across.
Yes, and deliver a message too, you know, because you definitely have a lot of messages throughout your music, but we're going to get into that later on in the show. So as an artist across the board, like, what do? You're a rapper, right?
No, I'm not even a rapper, man, believe it or not.
So so my question was right here on my paper was, what do you do as an artist? So what do you do as an artist?
Okay, there you go. I appreciate that question. As an artist, I do a little bit of everything. So I create my own lyrics. You know what I'm saying? I find decent producers to work with. The producer I work with right now is Google, the Rambler, Google G Wiz, making amazing beats. We sit down and just like construct things, and then after I create like some type of product, I find a way to like provide it to the world and distribute it. And so now I created a record label, and then found out ways that I could like maneuver through the system and monetize the things I'm putting out. So now I'm like in label mode, and from there I just started to figure out other ways to market. And I'm like, man, if I'm doing this music stuff, then I need to put this type of energy into some film. So now I'm acting, and
you're doing a whole.
I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like we
things.
Just working crazy. It's just ridiculous.
Right. So that goes into the wearing multiple hats. Exactly. Yeah. So the topic of today was managing multiple hats in your career. So is that an advantage for you or a disadvantage? And can you explain why?
Double-edged sword. Like, I think it's an advantage because when I reach out for other people to work with me, I can see things from their point of view, their perspective. It makes it easier for me to explain things because I know the language. Right. I know the lifestyle. I can adjust. The difficulty is that certain parts of my craft I want to give more attention. And I feel like it requires more attention and I can't because I am needed in another field.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So it's like a challenge for you, would you say? But definitely pushes you forward.
Definitely a challenge, but we love challenges. So
yes. Yeah. Why not have a good challenge to, build you up and make you successful? So I like that. So what's the multiple hats that you do? I know you said you're an artist. Mm-hmm. You act and you direct, but is there any other things that you do in your career?
Yeah, well, like I'm a label owner, so like I also work with other artists that I see potential in, and other like creatives that I wanna help and reach out to, and then I like supply anything that's needed, whether it's like some type of getting you to a show. If you need help shooting a video, making a promo video, I'll grab a camera that I have myself. I'll shoot a video for you, edit it for you. If you're trying to get your music to some other platforms, I'm gonna show you how to do it and everything, and I'm gonna do it for you.
That's dope. That's dope. I did check out the website, and so that was a whole list of artists. So yes, I definitely did my research. I definitely checked out the website, and I'm so happy that you can give other people opportunity, with still doing your own work. So that's dope, So it is an advantage for you.
I feel like that's what it's all about. Like, no matter what you're doing in this world, like if you're creating a product or you have a service to provide, it's always for someone else. So like, as long as you make your number one goal to help the next person, then I think everything will work in your favor. Great.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about your inspiration, your main inspiration behind the music and behind the things that you do.
Behind the music. Where your heart beat.
Yes.
You just got me real emotional just now.
Right. So let's talk about that because that's
napkins
really
in here. I might stop crying.
Yeah, I do.
I'm just joking. On Dotta is a gangster, y'all.
Yes. Yes.
Nah, but my motivation behind my music, honestly, is my brother. I got an older brother, and an older cousin. They in the feds right now. They're doing like 33 years apiece.
Oh wow! Shout out to them. I don't know if you know, but hey, free the real. And I do want to do a segment on that. So we'll talk about that. I'll tell you about my ideas on how to approach that. But continue.
Yeah, but anyway, these two knuckleheads got caught up in the gym, but they like two super talented dudes who like done a lot of things for people and like spread a bunch of love that like changed a lot of people's lives forever. So they did music, and I was never really into it. I was always into the business and the streets and the girls and stuff like that. And so when they was home, I started to film. I began filming, and I picked up a camera. I could like promote them and work on being like their manager and get them shows, and they
Yeah.
got locked up. And this is like
Wow.
this is like 5 years ago. I just started rapping now about 3 years ago, like really taking it serious to like just to put them on my back. So
Right.
you could, if you dig into like the Von Dotta archives of music, like I dropped a mixtape called Airplane Mode where I let them talk on like about 4 or 5 skits that's inside of it. Like the first skit explaining the case, what's going on, and then like this is really my drive of doing music, like to be able to get me some songs on a track list. You know what I'm saying? So they can wake up, grab the joint, put Von Dotta in there, like that's my brother,
Wow.
that's my cousin,
Wow.
and push that and like live throughout 33 years. But I'm 26 right now. feel me?
Right. Right.
Like that's a whole nother life in there, and I need them to feel that. So
Definitely. I want them to feel it as well. And I shout out to them. Shout out to your family, because that's definitely your family. It's not just like, oh, that's my homeboy.
No,
That's
I'm
your
talking about my family.
So,
like they see
yes.
money when my check is our checks. type of
Right.
thing.
So that's like really the main inspiration behind your music and behind your struggle and your challenges. It's your brothers.
Yeah, it's my family.
That's what's up.
Heavy
That's
on
what's
family
up.
vibes. Have my tattoos is something to do with my family.
That's so dope.
Right.
That's so dope. So let's talk about you. So how do you separate yourself from other artists?
I separate myself because I'm an innovator. You know, I don't really look towards what other people are doing or like look at the next thing that's popping and try to imitate it.
Like, I'm lit now. You know how everybody want to be now.
Nah, like, yo, listen, this is what's winning, so we have to do that now. Like,
Right.
nah, I'm just like kicking on my pure own visions. Like, I don't even listen to other people's music when I'm in the middle of doing a project because I want it to be pure. I don't want no heavy influences.
That's really great.
And I try to use my energy, that positive energy, to just mostly separate me. You put me in a room, it's lit. Baby.
Yes.
Right.
So you light up the room. So I wanted to talk about the way that we actually, met. Before we take a quick break, I wanted to just talk about how we met. And thank you again for coming on the show. But last year, around this time, I was offered a hosting gig to host a showcase. And you actually won the showcase.
Yeah.
So shout out to you.
Shout out my man Bilal with the famous Works
shout out Bilal.
event.
Yes.
You heard that Yellow Tape event.
And Yellow Tape. We all came together and we definitely did the dang thing. So we met there, and I was supposed to give you guys an interview, but I'm booked up, but I definitely wanted to slide you in as soon as possible. And thank you again for hitting me up and following up on this interview, because I feel like it was needed,
Yeah, super necessary.
Yes, I think
we let a lot of projects just drop.
Yes, a lot of. So we definitely gonna get into that in just a second. So I'm excited. Are you?
Yes, I'm definitely excited.
Okay.
I always love talking about the things that we doing.
Yes, I'm happy for you. So let's just take a quick break. We're gonna jump into 21 Savage Bank Account. I like this song, give me motivation. And we'll be back with more Von Dotta, a little bit more. We will touch on everything that you got coming up, right?
Snap of facts.
Yes. So everybody tune in. You do not want to miss the second part of the interview. This is the hottest hour lunch talk with your girl, Cher Ferguson. Stay tuned. And we are back live here at WCCR 590 AM radio with your girl, Cher Ferguson, for the hottest hour lunch talk. And alongside me is Von Dotta. I'm so excited that you're here.
Yeah, I'm more excited. I don't know, man. I want to go crazy in here, but
you can't do too
much. We're going to keep it content.
Yes, definitely.
School hours.
Definitely, school
Shout
hours.
Shout out to everybody getting that education right now. Higher learning.
Yes. Excuse me. I'm trying to adjust your mic
right now.
in the moment.
I should see her right now. She
in the moment. All right, you could come up because I don't want to put it too far. Right.
See what you're doing. I'll be doing
all right,
this at night.
So Von Dotta's here everywhere. So I'm so excited. We're gonna get into your music in just a few minutes. I have lifestyle that I want to get into on the next break. So let's warm up for that. So before we left, we were talking about how you separate yourself from others, and I like what you told me, but I want to move on to something else. So how did your music change from the beginning? Like from now to from the beginning? Like how did it change over the time? Did you start off like with a different sound, or how did it change?
In the beginning, like, cause it changed multiple ways. Like in the beginning, I was just doing random beats. Like I'll go to YouTube, type in a certain type artist, and then like start rapping. And I was just like rapping something that sounded cool that I thought my friends was gonna like, type of thing.
Definitely.
And I feel like every artist do the same thing. You want your immediate circle to be right there, like to support you. So I'm gonna move closer to this mic.
Yes.
But you want, I think every artist, new artist, want their immediate circle to support them. So I was doing music strictly for my friends, and then like I started to tap into my purpose and reason of doing my music. Like, why am I even doing this right now? And then like as I started to give my music more intention and link with producers to like give it guidance and come up with concepts and feelings and put emotions to it. So I feel like I started to take it more serious, and it has more direction.
So I just want to make sure they can see you on the Facebook Live. Hi, y'all.
Hey,
shout out Facebook Live. Shout out Instagram Live for tuning in.
Facts.
Yes. So,
tune in on Instagram.
Yes.
On the Instagrams.
We on the Instagram.
At
we are live.
Dotta, VONDOTTA.
Yes.
At the Cher Show.
Yes, you guys can follow now.
Right now.
Follow that now. Y'all need to be tuned.
Tune in, leave a comment.
Let's hear all about it. So tell me more about your role as a director, and as an actor, and as an artist. What are the roles that you play?
All right, so I start with the first one, director.
Mm-hmm.
I love to be a boss and tell people what to do and all that. Nah, that was never my job.
Right.
As a director, I just have I have decent ideas, and I'm really confident in my ideas, and I have ways of expressing them.
Yes.
But it's sometimes I need other tools to carry it out, and so I'll try it. And if I notice I'm not the greatest at it, I'll find someone to help me carry that mission out, and then maybe find someone else, and then I can express my story, and I get things done the fastest, and it comes out the best that way, the most efficient. And that's where I became a director, because I took my pen and put some thoughts down, and then we carried them out. You know what I'm saying? As a team, as a unit. Whereas I could put my hands in the fire and also then show them how to take care of it.
That's dope. That's really dope. Motivation.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then and it was like a half thing. Like as I had my foot in that door, I wanted to become an actor, because I told this guy Kevin Lopez that worked with like LPZ Media. He's like,
right. I see you travel a lot. I see you definitely been traveling a lot and going out to events. So with the acting, you found it easy for you?
It's different. Different roles make you feel different.
Right.
You think of it as a regular person, like, hey, I'm just acting, and then once you go into it, the camera is on you and the lights, and you get the gut feeling. But honestly, it's not that difficult. I don't think it's a difficult task. But I just started acting so I could just relate to the people I'm directing. Honestly, I don't want to be talking to anyone and not be knowledgeable of what they're going through.
Yeah.
I'm big on that psychology of understanding people and like being able to relate with them. That's my whole thing. And I'll take that same trait and then put it into my artistry. Simple as that.
That's so great. So one of the reasons why I put together this show was to definitely bring the hottest guests that I felt like in New York City to the show, but definitely to motivate people that tune in and listen in onto the show, and to leave a message with them. And I feel like you are definitely on the right track. You are motivating people by being that director, and you're definitely networking as an actor, and then you're a freaking hip-hop artist. So
and I have a 9-to-5.
And you have a 9-to-5. So across the board, you are an ultimate go-getter, and some people can look up to you and definitely want to be like that, So I'm glad to definitely have you on the show. Thank you again.
Thank you for saying something like that to me. A couple of years ago, it wasn't the same vibe. You feel me? That's good. That we could like inspire.
Yes, we have to inspire everybody across the board. We don't know who's watching, but they're always watching. So that's just never gonna stop, And the only way is up, right?
Yes.
Yes. So other than that, let's talk about some of the music that you put out. So I was doing a little research, and I heard you had a Bryson Taylor remix. That was way.
What you know about that? What you know about that? You dumb.
So that was in the beginning, right? That was in the beginning. So, and then I wanted to talk more about 4 Pieces, because I looked it up, and I was like, I seen the single was out, and then you waited a little bit and you put the video out. So tell me a little bit more about that.
See, that's funny that you even said that right there, because it's a little bit of.
Come on, come to the mic. Come to the mic now.
Let me put some bass in my voice now.
Yeah. So tell us more about 4 Pieces and things. What happened with that?
Yeah, so I dropped the that's crazy. Like in between that gap right there that you see, I was like growing as an artist where I completed my mixtape and I wanted to put out more singles because it was like a breaking point of doing it for my brother and then me becoming an artist. So I feel like 4 Piece was like me introducing myself to the world.
Yes.
And I was never really confident with certain things that I was doing. Like I wanted my videos to be the best. I shoot myself, so I have very high standards of how I want my footage to look. And so now I like teamed up with my boy Ziggy and like we got some new equipment and everything, and we got a whole movement. I know the people that's working with me want the best for me, so everything will come out with 1,000% confidence. So it honestly was just me building myself up to be ready to release it. That's me like putting my emotions on my sleeve. Really.
Right. So then 4 Pieces just came out with the visual. Yeah. So how long did that take between the single release and then the 4 Pieces? Did you feel like this was like a must for your video to get out?
Yes, this was something like honestly,
like you couldn't let go to single. Like you was like, no, this is a deep message in this. And then I like the chicken spot. Everybody love the chicken spot.
Keep it to the block. Take it
to the block. I love some chicken spot. I don't care what nobody say. I love chicken spot. Yeah. But anyway, I love.
And a lot of these chicken spots are being bought by Texas. Yeah. So I was happy to be able to get a Mama's fried chicken.
Yes,
in there.
like
shout out to
good.
Mama's.
Yes, definitely.
To every mama.
Yes.
Find some chicken.
That's original Harlem right there. You can't beat that.
Facts. But like I couldn't let that go because it was like a dope freestyle. That was like one of the first songs I was able to like release on iTunes and things like that.
That's dope.
My cousin made the beat, produced the beat with I bought like a MP4 and I gave it to him to start making beats, and then that was one of the first things he kicked out, and that was the first thing I released. So I was like, I'm not letting this go before I start shooting out the like higher production videos.
Right.
And my boy Ziggy, we sat down for like 20 minutes and talked about it. Went to Mama's while all the kids was getting out. As soon as we left, just shot it right there, one shot, and literally just put it together. Bernie Mac theme song in the beginning.
I heard it. Yes. Everybody shout out to R.P. Bernie Mac.
Bernie.
But we do love him.
Uncle Bernie.
He is definitely a part of the culture. So I'm glad that you definitely put that. So let's talk about Lifestyle. It's a newer project, right?
Yeah.
A new single.
Yeah.
And let's just talk about that before we get into it.
Well, the Lifestyle project was actually kind of rushed.
Wow.
I had an opportunity to open up for A Boogie in Binghamton, New York.
Shout out A Boogie.
Yeah, shout out to him for helping us go up there and do our thing, little bags and all that. But that was nice. So we went up there and we shot a video. It was like they were really interested in the songs that I had, but Lifestyle was something that they heard on the sneaky tip and was like, yo, you got to do that. And I'm like, I didn't want to release it yet because I want to prep up and this is the way I am. So I'm like, you know what, bro, like, why are you holding back when you know you got more fire?
Do it.
Shoot that. I'm like, I'm dropping this. Like, so I dropped it like literally like probably 5 months ago. Like, and like since I dropped that though, like, bro, crazy. Right now.
So let's drop that right now, guys. We are gonna get into Lifestyle right now here live on the Hottest Hour. And I just want to know what you guys think. So feel free to comment on Instagram or Facebook Live or call in. You guys, the number is listed below. And I just want to get into Lifestyle right now. So no more talking. This is the Hottest Hour. Let's get into the music. So if you want to step out, you can hear it. It's playing out there. Not too loud now, but get it poppin'.
Lifestyle.
5, 4, 3, 2, hey.
Lifestyle.
Take it to the And we are back live here at the Hottest Hour, Lunch Talks with your girl, Cher, Ferguson, and we are back. And that was just Von Dotta's single Lifestyle, and I like it. I like the vibe. I had to play it twice. I messed with it. So what's going on? How do you think that everybody's giving you a good energy with the song? How do you think the fans are loving it?
Right now, people giving me really good feedback. Like when people see me, they just hit me with the got a little change and it changed my lifestyle. Like
Right.
it'd be funny. Like anytime I like shoot for a show and I send them that song and show them the performance and like how crowds react to it, it's always like a yes and a go. So that's like giving me more confidence to keep on putting out dope music. I'm like in my mind, I'm already kind of past it because like I'm working on other projects and I got some fire ready for y'all right now though. Like, but that song is like definitely something I feel like stamped me and give me my confidence to keep doing what I want to do and help me keep pushing forward.
That's dope. That's dope. So before we close out this interview, I'm gonna just talk about what are you working on new? Like tell us what's the new project that you're working on for the end of the year and the upcoming year.
So like at the moment, ATM, I just dropped the video 4-piece. You could catch on YouTube, type in 4-piece Von Dotta, or you can go to our brand new website that we premiered on Friday, youngwildandpaid.com.
Yes.
Check out the newest artists that we're working out with, Black Love Vlogs, with us doing our daily things. You got a Free the Real page if you want to donate some money to the bros that's sitting in there. Got a link that send it straight to them. Don't even got to deal with me. And also got a contact page for you to link us if you want to work on some things. I'm building up my team. We all just bought new equipment. Got some more cameras. So we're about to put out dope projects. Producers making new beats, new heat. We about to touch into a new genre of music. I'm putting out a mixtape called Black Love. You'll have it before the year is up. I can't give you a specific date because I really got like 5 or 6 singles that I just want to give so badly without putting them all in one piece. Because when it comes to doing the projects, I stress a little more than just being able to give you the music as is. In about a week, I'm gonna release my 1,000 Plain Janes video. You know what I'm saying?
You send me the stuff.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna send you that.
Definitely if you want me to.
That's 1,000 ways, and then Plain Janes. I did them together.
Okay.
1,000 Plain Janes.
Okay,
you know
right, all right.
So
I need all the music moving forward, so I can play it on. I can keep it on spin station. And I'm just excited for everything you have in store right now, you know?
And also stay tuned on this Young Wild and Paid website. I'm going to be releasing a video that I shot when I was in the Bahamas. I shot with some pretty dope people, Ophir, New York, and this talented gentleman out there and directors, and we putting it together. We just doing our voiceovers right now from over my country to theirs, and we going to have it done. So they're going to see I'm going to have the short hair and everything. It's going to be funny. But it's gonna be good though.
Wow, you're definitely on a nice come up. I'm happy for you. Yeah. Definitely. So this is a little fun question to end it off right. So if you could perform any of your singles, well maybe 4 pieces, at any venue in the United States, what venue would you want to perform it at?
In the United States?
Period. Across the board. Anywhere.
Anywhere, anything, anytime.
Anytime. Where would you want to perform 4 pieces?
4 piece? 4 piece.
Okay, 4 piece.
I would want to perform 4 piece at the the Lincoln Memorial where they had all those people with Martin Luther King was giving that.
Yeah, okay.
I'll perform 4 piece there, like in the middle of people about to go on purge.
Oh wow!
Like we about to purge, but hold on, I got something to say. And
like a protest meeting.
I'm pop up like in my heart. I just know.
Yes, like why not? Or maybe at school, you know, anywhere.
No, I would love it. Now, realistically though, like I would love to go to a couple of middle schools to go do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
I would love to go to some middle schools. That's like part of one of the things I'm about to do. Like when I drop my tape, we got a couple of middle schools that we got lined up, and we just gonna go bless some kids at their lunchtime and go wild for me. It's a couple of Ferraris and pull out some NSX Acuras and dope vehicles.
I'm excited for them. I'm excited for all the kids.
Knock some bucket list.
We have to inspire them. Yeah, like why not? So before we go, do you want to leave our listeners with anything? Let them know where they can find you at, where they can find your music.
Before I leave, I'm gonna leave you with a gift. You know what I'm saying? Got some merch, Young Wild and Paid merch. They got one of our favorite phrases on there. Yeah, you kidding me? And then you Young Wild and Paid, so I had to bring you a Young Wild and Paid. Happy, I know you like black.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so you got that.
Okay, I have merch.
You know what I'm saying? And for the viewers and listeners,
thank you.
I would just like to, of course, you're welcome. I would just like to thank everybody for rocking me throughout this like tough journey.
Definitely.
And just support as much as possible. I appreciate everything, even if it may not seem like it. Just know I do everything with purpose. If you ever gave me any type of dollars, then you can always see it based on the new moves that I'm going to make. Be the lending hand to somebody else that you feel that they need. Don't look for no reason to do it. Just do it out of the pureness of your heart and love, and the universe will treat you right. And stay wavy. Holla at me on Instagram at VONDOTTA, and you can also check out the Young Wild in Paid website at any moment. Holla at me.
Yes, you guys, you have to check out that website. Thank you again so much for coming to the show.
Yes,
I really appreciate it. And all my new merch, I love it. Thank you. I will be getting merch soon for my, show.
Yes. Oh,
so
and it's also an online
some.
store there. You can come catch some merch up there too. You heard?
Yes. So check into everything that he has to offer. You don't want to miss out, guys. So that's the end for the hottest hour today. I appreciate everyone that tuned in, all the listeners. Shout out to City College, guys. I know it's getting hard because it's the middle of the semester, but we got this. We're going to keep moving forward. We're going to keep motivating, and the only way is up. Thanks, Von Dotta, for coming in. Yeah. I appreciate you.
Let's get it. Thank you.
Yes.
Listen, from Von Dotta himself, A to the B.
Yes, so we're gonna end this off with lifestyle. This is the hottest hour lunch talk with your girl Cher. Thank you for tuning in.
You think you're hot? I think. I don't know if I overdressed. I put enough deodorant on. I'm good.
Lifestyle, lifestyle, lifestyle.